Sup, mother truckers. Today we're going to be listening to Origin of Sin by Chelsea Grin, their latest single coming off of their upcoming double album release, Suffer in Hell / Heaven. Chelsea Grin, specifically the album Desolation of Eden, used to be my jam back in the day. I think that was before I started listening to Whitechapel and stuff like that. Really appreciated the heaviness of it. And looking back on it now, or listening to it now, years later, I do kind of find the album a little bit boring, specifically as far as like the technicality of it goes. But it's a classic album nonetheless in the genre, and I've listened to some of their other songs off of some other albums and wasn't blown away, but they got a new album coming out, a new double album coming out, which is impressive in and of itself. I don't know if I've ever heard of a death metal band doing a double album, so kind of curious to see, what it's like. I'm not really sure what to expect with that. And as I mentioned in my Lorna Shore reaction video, I've heard Tom Barber's work with Lorna Shore back in the day, and I really like his vocals, so I'm hoping that this song is good, and we're going to see what we think. Okay, Origin of Sin by Chelsea Grin. I'm not watching the music video, I'm just listening to the song through Spotify, so here we go. Volume all the way up. Interesting build up. Okay, a minute and a half into the song. Yeah, so far I'm liking it. It feels aggressive and punchy. I like the guitars. Got the nice chunkiness to them. And the transitions are pretty good, between parts. And just the overall sound and feel of the song aligns with the artwork for the album, looking at it. I don't really have any major takeaways at the moment, but we'll see where she goes. I'm digging it so far. Like that right there. Yeah, that's nice. Oh. Okay. Interesting. Interesting.
And so it was written and spoken to few. Empty brotherhood will take the truth from Egyptian times to modern rule. We asked for truth, but we're only fooled.
Hmm. I don't know. I think it's a really solid song overall, with some nice heavy elements to it, and it's kind of hard to digest just hearing it on the spot for the first time. I feel like it's going to take me a couple of listens to fully digest what I just heard. It's got me optimistic for this new double album. I don't think that this song was enough to kind of gauge where the album is gonna go, where they're going with the album. I felt some chunkiness, some heaviness, some technicality, some good transitions. Yeah, I'm optimistic for the new album. I'm definitely gonna give it a listen. There's gonna be some good stuff on there based on what I've heard here. If this is the single, I'm sure that there's gonna be some nice, heavy, technical stuff on some of the other songs. Some surprises, some pleasant surprises. I just re-listened to the song just to see if I could take away anything more from it than I did originally. Some of the more technical aspects, and I gotta say, like, this song is pretty much destruction all the way through. I mean, it's heavy, and I'm really looking forward to listening to it in my car with my stereo in there and my subwoofer. Hopefully it's not, if it's a song that sounds good through the stereo, it definitely has energy. It's got a lot of energy to it. Tom Barber's vocals, yeah, I think they're a little different than when he was in Lorna Shore, but they're not bad. His highs sound pretty good, and it's kind of in line with what I remember from Desolation of Eden. So, you know, being in Chelsea Grin now, he sounds like the vocalist for Chelsea Grin. Yeah, I really like the heavy guitars, the rhythm guitars. I like Metallica, chunky, heavy rhythms. But like the video if you liked what you saw, and subscribe if you want to come on back around sometime. Recommend me some songs if you want. It doesn't have to be death metal. It can be metal. It can be non-metal. Whatever. I don't care. I'll do country if you want. I listen to a lot of stuff, so I'm just trying to keep a gauge on where the heavy metal genre, the huge genre that is heavy metal, trying to keep a gauge on where it's going, and how it's evolving over time, because heavy metal is important. So I want to make sure it's not going to shit. And yeah, recommend me some songs. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'm keeping my eyes out, looking for some new metal music. But otherwise, make me some recommendations. I don't know, what other genres I'll do on my own without recommendations, but let me know. We'll be on our way now.